Hey everyone, so this is your abs for this week. We've been talking about core stabilization. So I'm going to do you a few warm-up moves, and we need to just remember to keep it all controlled. Pull your belly in as well as up. So you want to imagine you're sucking a straw through your bits so that you engage the pelvic floor. And when you're standing, if you've got lordosis, if the bottom sticks out naturally, try and tuck the tailbone under so you've got neutral hips and spine. So move number one, I'll face the front. You tap a leg back, bring the arms up, and all I want you to do is crunch the knee to the chest. It's not aerobics, we don't want any bouncing, nice and controlled. I'll show you from this side. From here, crunch the knee to the chest. Now you're going to do right and left, whichever leg first, it doesn't matter. 8 either side, 8, 8. Then we go onto the diagonal. Crunch across, crunch across, crunch across. 8 back either leg, 8 side either leg. You're going to do that for 3 sets. So that will get you nice and warm. Just make sure your supporting knee is soft. Hypermobility, try not to lock these joints out ever. So that's set 1. Set 2 is a side plank. I'm going to talk you through options. So side plank. On your elbow, the elbow is underneath the shoulder. The bottom knee is down, top leg is straight. Lift the hip, and we're squeezing the oblique on the underside. Extend the arm, and then if you can, extend the leg. Then all you're going to do is crunch your elbow to your knee, and I want you to do this 8 to 12 reps. If you're feeling strong, bring the legs together and a lot of control. Keep squeezing the core. We don't want these hips to sag. Lift them up, and if you need to, drop that bottom knee down. So 8 one side and 8 the other. Just make sure this elbow is directly underneath your shoulder, and stay as strong as you can. Okay, can't remember what's back to back with this. Right, on your front, so we're going to work your lower back, core tight, toes to floor, extend the arms behind you, lift using your back muscles, keep your belly in, squeeze the glutes and lower down. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, long neck, breathe out. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. So again, you do 8 to 12 of those, and then you go back to those side planks with the oblique crunch. So exactly the same. 8 to 12 reps on that side extension, bringing the knee up, and then 8 to 12 lifting the chest. So your shoulders are in this position, you're squeezing the upper back, you're using the back muscles and the bum to lift. So there's back to back, 3 sets of those. Then we have leg drops, and we've done leg drops before. You're going to do single or double depending on how you feel. Let me just tilt this phone so hopefully you can see me a bit better. So on the floor, make sure your back is nice and stable. So tuck your tailbone under, and if you feel you need to, you might want to pop a cushion or a bit of support underneath. So everything still, extend your legs, keep your hips still, drop one leg to the floor, bend your knees and bring it back in. Leg to the floor, bend your knees, bring it back in. So you can feel these lower hips working. Option, bend, tap your heel to the floor and bring it back in there. So if you're doing single leg, you're going to do 16 of those, keeping those core really tight. You might want to pop your hands just in front of your knees to check that they don't come in past your hips. Keep the knees over the hips. If you feel a little bit more stronger through your core, the legs can go up at the same time, drop, wait till you feel those abs kick in, lift and extend. So at no point should you feel anything in your lower back. So if you do, you can try bending the knees. You don't have to go all the way to the floor. So straight down, straight up. If you were doing double leg, you're going to do 8 to 12 again. Single leg, 8 to 12 either side. So you'll be doing 16 to 24 reps. Hopefully that makes sense. Then we lift and we cross crawl or bicycle twist, whatever you know it as. So the opposite knee towards your opposite shoulder or your opposite elbow. Options, bend your knees and tap the toes towards the floor. If it's still too much, just use your upper body. Breathe out, breathe in. So you're really working across the core. So those, I want you to do 8 to 24. So 8 either side, obviously alternating 16 or 24, sorry, lost my tongue there. And then we go into plank. So plank is really good for full core stabilization. Hands or elbows. If you get wrist issues, feel free to drop to these elbows. You can drop to the knees. Lots of variations on a plank. Hands under the shoulders. If you feel confident, on your toes, squeeze your bum, squeeze your thighs, and then pull your belly in. Press out of the floor. Spread your shoulder blades. Hypermobility, keep your elbows slightly soft. If it gets too much, bring your knees to the floor. And from here, we don't want to sag these hips. No. Keep it up and pull your belly in as tight as you can. And breathe. If you struggle on these wrists, you can come onto your back. Lift, hands towards the ceiling, and then slowly lower the legs till you feel the core kick in, and you can hold it there. High blood pressure, you need to keep something moving. So you can either keep the arms moving, you can lightly tap the toes to the floor, and that plank, I want you to hold for up to a minute every time. Now, a minute's a long time if you're not used to planking. So the other thing you can do is go against the wall. Hopefully you can see me here. So you can use a wall, take your feet back and load the core from there. If you've got a higher surface, like I'm going to use these weights here. So say this might be a sofa or a chair or a kitchen side. You can hold on to the side, so that makes it a bit harder. And then when you get used to it, whatever the level is, it drops, you do that plank. And that plank is going to be up to a minute, and I want you to try and go for that 3 or 4 reps. So just a recap, if you want to write this down. So you can keep watching this video and pausing it, or side plank reach, 8 to 12 either side. Then we have the extensions. So you're lying on your front and you're squeezing your lower back. Then we have the leg drops, cross crawl, and then we have the plank hold. So this is all core work. It should take you 15, 20 minutes, if that. So you can add it onto your other workouts, or you can do it on its own. That first move, sorry, I forgot the first move, is the knee raises. That's going to be a bit of a warm up as well as crunching the tummy. So have a great day, enjoy those abs, and I'll see you soon. Over and out. Bye.